All right, so now that we've made an inline style, let's talk about an internal style sheet. We're talking about a sheet, a style sheet, not just a little code with an attribute and then we specify some CSS. This is going to be where we specify coding or styling that is going to cascade across the whole page, apply to everything on the page, but we don't necessarily need the user to see that information. It's additional information provided to the web browser to then make the page look different. So this is where we start talking about the head and the body tags. The body tag, if you recall, contains everything that the user needs to physically see on the page. The images, the boxes, the text, all of those things. But it doesn't need to specify the style. Now, we're specifying the style right now because we're doing it inline, but this is not the best way to be doing this, okay? It doesn't need those pieces. Those pieces will display, they'll manifest on the page, but they don't need to be in the body area. This is, remember, talking about like if you're waving your hand. If you're waving your hand, people are not seeing you tell your hand, wave, 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 move to left, right, left, right, left, right. You're not saying that out loud. Nobody's seeing that information. Now, is the waving manifesting to where others can see it? Yes. But it's not seen, nobody's like actually seeing you tell your hand to wave. Okay. That's because all of it's happening up in your head. So I like to explain the head like it's what's going on in your brain, the amount of thinking and information that's going on in your brain that then manifests in your body. Okay, so up here, we've got two tags inside of our head. We've got a meta tag and a title tag. We'll come back to these later at some point, but for now, I want to be inside the head, but not inside of these tags. So I'm going to go to the end of my title on line 5 and I'm going to hit enter. Now we specify a style sheet. So we tell the computer, okay, I'm switching from HTML code to CSS code, which is a style. So I'm going to do that by using not a style attribute like I did down here, but a style tag. So I'm actually going to open up my style tag and then it's going to close it. I'm actually going to hit enter between those to put them on separate lines so then I can type within it. Once you're inside a style tag like this, you told the computer, I'm no longer coding in HTML, I am now coding in CSS. So now we're going to use the syntax and the rules for CSS just like we did in CodePen. In CodePen, what we did was we had two separate boxes that we could code inside of. We had a box where we could type our HTML code and have it be completely separate from our CSS. So if you recall, we had HTML in the box up at the top, CSS in the box at the bottom. The CSS, we would call upon the header, it would go then find it in the HTML and it would apply it. This is the same concept. They're in the same page, but I'm still calling upon this header down here to make a change. So if I want to make a change to the header box, I would type in header, open up my squiggly brackets and specify that change. So I'm going to go ahead and specify that my header is now having a height of 250 pixels. So I'm going to go into my code and I'm going to put height of, spell it correctly, 250 pixels, close it. And you'll see that it will manifest on the page. It'll find the header down here and apply it. Notice both styles are applying at the same time. Okay, the height is applying and the inline style of background color yellow is applying. Now, the reason we're doing this is because I want to show you how it will affect these paragraph tags and making it a cascading style. So we're going to cover that in the next video.